Right everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's has a good day and hope everybody's feeling well. But yeah, back on the farm today, so just going to have a couple of shots at some targets and stuff. If anyone's watched a couple of videos before this one, you do know that I bought the I got the Stuga, Stuga XM1, I think it was in 177 PCP. Obviously the first few outings with it absolutely shot fantastic, grouped well and everything. Then on the last couple of times I brought it out, I did notice that it was playing up a little bit and not shooting how it should be, shooting pretty inconsistent and stuff with the power. So on the last outing the pellets were dropping really bad when I was shooting at a target, and some of them weren't even making the target, like they were hitting the floor before they got the target. So obviously I knew there was something wrong with the gun. And before that as well we did shoot a squirrel. But hit the squirrel pretty low, and then obviously I realised there was something wrong with the gun. Anyway, it was losing power. I took it back to the shop, told them what was going on. So they have let me exchange it, so I'll show you the gun that I've exchanged it for in a minute. But well, you'll probably know by the thumbnail anyway which gun I've exchanged it for, but yeah. So yeah, I exchanged the gun in the end, because I did get a load of comments on me channel saying people have had that gun in the past and they've had the same problems with the power not being consistent and up and down like a yo-yo, and they couldn't get the full maximum power out of it and stuff like that. So yeah, good job was saying it was only certain guns like that normally don't get a problem with them, but obviously the one I bought seemed to have a thingy. The gunsmith did take it upstairs and check it out on the chronograph, and he said straight away, he said the power's all over the place on it. He said the power's dropping constantly, then you might get one good shot that's pretty high power, then it was dropping. So he thinks obviously there was a problem with the valve inside the gun, so they let me exchange it for another gun. Obviously I had to put a couple of quid towards the other gun I've got, but it's still a budget rifle. So yeah, I have another budget rifle, like I say, I can't afford these FXs and HW100s and day states and stuff like that, like most of us can't. So we just have to make do with what we can afford to do the hobbies that we enjoy doing. But yeah, like I say, I'll get set up. You have brought some pellets with me, obviously H&N Field Target Trophy, so I'm hoping it does like them. If not, I'll have to try and buy a sample pack off eBay rather than buying tin after tin to find out which one it likes. If you go on eBay you can buy sample packs, so you get, like, I think it's about 20 pellets in a pack, and then you can try each pellet that way, which works out a hell of a lot cheaper than buying tins of pellets, because you could pay anything from 10 to 20 quid or even more for a tin of pellets to find out your gun doesn't like them. Then you've just wasted 10-20 pound on a tin of pellets that are no good to you. So yeah, I'm going to see what it's like with the H&Ns, which I always use in my other guns. Hopefully it likes them. If not, then obviously I'll have to go like I say, get one of them sample packs and stuff like that. But people normally asking me about the pellets I use, which are H&N Field Target Trophy. I'll show you them in a minute when we get set up. I have set the target out to 20 yards because they have obviously changed the scope over on this gun, so I do need to re-zero it. It's the Dnt Zulus V2 that I've got on there. I have to take it off the other gun and put it on this one, so I have put the rest of the ballistics calculator in there, the scope height and the velocity of the gun, which I got the gun shop to fire the pellets through to see what velocity it was doing. So yeah, I get asked as well how fast the pellets are travelling as well sometimes, because I'm only using a light pellet. In my guns that I shoot this pellet with, it does shoot just in between 10 and 11 foot-pounds. With pressure, I can't remember the feet per second, but it's in between 10 and 11 foot-pound. It doesn't go over 11, only because the pellets are lightweight. But the gun shops, when they test it, they do put a heavier pellet in as well, and they say the heavier pellets go over 11 foot-pound. But in my opinion, it's not about the power in my eyes, it's more about the accuracy. And like I say, I only take shots out to 30 to 35 yards anyway on obviously live quarry. That's just what I'm comfortable with. Anything further than that, then I won't take a shot at it. But yeah, so I'm going to get set down anyway. I'll show you the gun I've got. Try and explain it in detail, what I know about it. Obviously I'm only learning with the gun now. This is my first time shooting. I haven't even fired a shot out of this gun yet. Obviously they had a couple of shots in the gun shop when they were putting it over the chrono to tell me how powerful it is and how fast the pellet was travelling, just so I could put the ballistics in the scope. So this is my first time using it, so I don't know what it's like, if it's going to shoot well with these pellets or not. Hopefully it does, and then we might get some pest control done, but if not, obviously I'm not going to be doing no pest control today. I'll have to get sample packs, like I said, and give it a test. So yeah, we'll get down and I'll show you the gun. Yeah, the gun I've exchanged it for is the Kral Puncher K, which is obviously, I think obviously the K stands for carbine, because it is only a short barrel, but it's a bit longer because I've put the silencer on. We've done a deal. Like I say, I've got the Zulus V2 on there, and that's the HD 3x12. I've took it off the other gun, put it on this one. On my other gun as well, I had to buy a separate adapter to put it on a Picatinny rail because it was only a dovetail mount. On this one, obviously, it's already got the Picatinny rail on it, so I've lowered the scope down now. So it gives me better eye relief on the scope, like a better eye line adjustment. It does have an adjustable cheek piece on it as well. And you do get, as far as I know, 80 to 85 shots out of it in 177. Obviously, I don't know what you get in 2.2, but yeah, absolutely chunky gun compared to the other one I've just took back. The other one was really skinny, and a skinny cylinder. But the cylinder on that one is pretty big, so you can get quite a good shot count out of it. It does have a power adjuster on it as well, so you can turn the power down. But with it only being sub 12 foot-pound rifle, I probably won't touch it. I'll just leave it on full power of what it's shooting. But yeah, like I say, it looks absolutely fantastic. I have watched some reviews on it on YouTube, and seems to be a good gun. So we'll see. And then obviously you get the Picatinny rail underneath, so you can put a bipod on there, which I probably will get one there for it in the future. Yeah, seems a great gun for the price. Obviously I did have to put a couple of more quid towards it, but it's still a really good priced budget rifle. Anyone struggling to get into shooting but need a budget PCP, I think this will be pretty good. Like I say, I don't know what it shoots like yet, but yeah. But yeah, the other gun, the Stoga XM1, was absolutely fantastic the first couple of outings. It was grouping well, then all of a sudden it just went downhill on me third and fourth outing. It just seemed to be going down and down, so we'll see what this one's like anyway, and we'll give it a go. Well, it looks pretty good at the minute. Obviously it's not loaded, the magazine's on in there. You do get 2 magazines with this as well. In 177 you get 14 shots in each magazine. Then all you do is slide that right the way around, put the pellet in forward, but I'd put your finger on the back because otherwise it will fall through. And once you start turning it around, you just start loading them in as normal. And then it locks the first pellet into place so it can't fall through. So yeah, and then, like I say, people who are interested in the pellets I'm using, that's the ones there. H&N Field Target Trophy in the 8.64 grain or 0.56 grams. I'll just show you this in if you want to have a look at them, but they're the ones I use. I'll show you the back if there's any good it says on there, H&N Field Target Trophy as well. So yeah, like I say, I haven't tried loading the magazine in on these yet, so don't know what it's like, but like I say, I do need to zero the scope because they have changed all the ballistics, but that's smooth. Like I say, this is the first time I've cocked it, so now we need to try and figure out how these go in. Maybe that was easy. It's the first time I've had to go loading the gun, so that's pretty smooth that. So we'll get the scope turned on and I'll get it zeroed in. There we go. Right, I'm going to zero this off camera because obviously I can't record through the scope and zero it in at the same time, so once we get it zeroed in we'll have a look and see where we're shooting at. Right, that's a zero done. That took me quicker than I thought. Took me 2 shots to zero that, obviously 2 shots to see where the pellet was going. And the pellets are going to exactly the same place, so by the looks of it, it does like these pellets. So we'll have another shot, and then I'll change the target, and then I'll fill them through the scope. Yeah, absolutely smooth as that lever. Unbelievable. Like, so hopefully it's a pretty good gun, it seems like it. Yeah, they're all going to the same spot, so by the looks of it, it does like this. So I'm going to change the target over, and then the next shots we do will be through the scope so I can film it. And then obviously we'll have to check the ballistics out. I'll put it at 30 yards, check the ballistics. Then I'll bring it into 10 yards again and check it again. Right, this is through the scope. I forgot to range it actually to see if it is 20 yards. Hopefully it should be somewhere near 21, that'll do. So yeah, the red cross is right in the middle, so we'll have a few shots at that while I'm recording it, and then we'll see where the pellets are going. That all there at the bottom, that was me zero there where I'm looking at now, and that was 2 shots. The first 2 shots through that hole, so we'll see how we do. Now I'm recording it, this is where it all goes pear shape. That's through the same hole. That one was a little bit low, but I think that was me. So, right, I'm going to put it out with 30 yards now, just check the ballistics. So yeah, pretty much spot on at 20 yards. So I've moved the target out now to 30 yards, so we'll give that a go. I'll just give it a range fan, see if it is 30 yards. Yeah, 30 yards. Let's give me a little bit of hold over, so we'll give that a go and see where we're shooting. Yeah, I've still got 8 shots left according to the calculator, so we'll give that a go and see where we're hitting. Just focus in a little bit, don't focus. That's it. That one shot a bit to the right, but I think that was me. So I'll record through here and we'll see where we're going. Yeah, that one shot a bit to the right there, but I think that was me with the gun, I'm not sure. We'll try and do a steady aim this time. There we go. That's 30 yards. It's saying 43 yards on the screen, but I think it's because the rangefinder's off the target and it's picking the wall up in the background. That was me pulling it to the right. Right, one more shot of that, then we'll bring it into 10. Yeah, I'm just getting used to this gun at the minute. The trigger on it as well seems pretty good. They're shooting a bit to right, but I think that's me. So we'll bring it into 10 and give that a go. Right, we'll give that a range fan, see where we're at. 11 yards. So, just make sure I haven't loaded the gun. Nope. Couldn't remember if I loaded the gun or not. So we'll give that a go, 10. Well, 11. A little bit low. There we go. Now that's the last pellet, so now you're alright with that. Like I say, I'm getting used to the gun, so I just need to find out where handles and that. Yeah, I'm hoping once this beds in a little bit, it'll get a lot more accurate than that as well. Like the only thing when I do the scope measurement as well, people recommend you use them caliper things with a digital thing on. You measure the barrel, then you measure the scope lens, then obviously you half it, and then you measure the height from your barrel to the top of your scope, and then you half that again, and then there's a calculation you do to get the exact height. But I don't have one of them calipers, so I have had to try and measure it with a tape measure as best as I can to get roughly how I can adjust the height a little bit and stuff like that. There's a way of doing it, but yeah, I'll have to probably mess about that with another day because I haven't really got long here. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, especially at the 20 yards. At least I know zeroed in for 20 yards, which is normally what we shoot at the rats in the barns. So yeah, oh, it does have a safety catch on it as well, which is forward for fire, back for safe. So yeah, I've gotten safe because I've just put another magazine in. I've loaded another magazine up ready, and yeah, we'll get going. But yeah, like I say, pretty accurate with them pellets. I might buy one of them sample packs just to check it out, just to see if it does get a bit tight with different types of pellets. But yeah, it's a pretty chunky gun. Obviously, it's got the barrel shroud on it, which makes it a chunky gun. It is a bit weighty, but it's not as heavy as my Gammo, I'd say. It's lighter than the Gammo. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. And the fill gauge is underneath there rather than in the end where they normally are. But another thing on this as well, I think where you put your probe on the end to fill it, it's a weird style probe. Your normal connector on your pump doesn't fit on, so I think you have to buy another connector to make a connector. I'm not 100% sure on that, but or you can unscrew it off your valve and screw the one you get with this on straight onto it. But I think it is a bit of a piss about, but I'll have to have a look into that when next time I need to fill it up. But obviously the gun shop filled it up when I got it, but yeah, I'll have to look into that when I fill it up. But yeah, this scope, obviously Zulus V2, absolutely fantastic scope. Like I say, I've only got this on loan just to see what I think of it and stuff like that, and obviously show the viewers on what it shoots like. But yeah, absolutely pleased as punch with that. Like it is a bit dull today, so I don't know what the footage is going to be like. if it's going to be clear or not. But yeah, we'll get in the barns, have a look. I have put some feed on the squirrel feed as well to see if anything comes down. It was empty, but it has took ages to go down, so I don't think there's that many squirrels about at the moment. But yeah, we'll have a walk around anyway. Just make sure I've put that into standby. Yeah, we'll have a walk around. We'll see what we do. So this part of the video is going to be pest control. The pest control part. So if you don't want to watch this part, then please turn off. But if you don't mind pest control, then stay tuned. Hopefully we'll get a few things. Hopefully. Let's get round the farm now and we'll have a look, see what we can get. I just stood in the barn at the minute, see if any rats come out. Can't shoot towards the trough because there's cows over there, so we can't shoot that direction, which is lovely where the rats are during the day. But hopefully some come out at the back of the barn near the conveyor belt type thing, the hay baler. So sometimes you get some down there. If not, we'll try next door, and then we'll keep on walking backwards and forwards to the feeder just to see if any squirrels have came down on it. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, absolutely fantastic bit of kit, like, well, at the moment. Obviously time will tell, like the other gun. That was fantastic at first, then it ended up going downhill, so we'll see what this one's like over the next couple of months. One rat down, 15 yards that is. I just had a decent rat down there with the Kral puncher K, so absolutely fantastic. Ballistics seems to be working on the scope. But outside when I was zeroing it, there was a breeze coming from me left to right, so I think that might have been affecting the pellets a bit as well. So I don't want to mess around with the scope too much, just in case I do zero it. And then obviously it shifts me tag be zero when I'm inside, because obviously there's no wind inside the bands. So I believe the zero is at the minute because it seems to be working. As you can see on that rat I've just dropped. So yeah, I'll stand about again, see if what else comes out, and then we'll have a walk down, check the feeder, see if anything's came on that. Another rat down. Yeah, ballistics seems to be working alright. That's stone dead, that one isn't even moving. So I'll go and get it. So yeah, just had another rat down there on a different trough. I just turned around and I noticed it sat under, just underneath the trough at the edge. So I thought he already cocked the gun, but obviously I didn't. I thought I was going to spook when I cocked the gun, but we'll stand in here a bit longer. There does seem to be a few rats walking about during the day. Squirrel down. Nice squirrel down there with a nice headshot. So one's performing alright at the minute on the scope with the ballistics in it. So not a bad morning up to now. Like I say, we'll stay for another hour or two and see what happens. Right, going to call it a day now. Like I say, the farmer's getting pretty busy with activity and the farmers doing work and stuff in and out the barns and whatever, so pretty quiet morning, only been here for a few hours. So like I say, a couple of rats, had a squirrel, so pretty pleased with that. But pretty pleased with this up to now. Like I say, shooting absolutely fantastic. So yeah, really pleased with that at the moment. Hopefully it lasts longer than the other gun did, but we'll give it a go. So yeah, I'll keep on bringing you back over the next couple of months and see if it still handles exactly the same. Yeah, absolutely fantastic at the minute. Like I say, first time using it. Obviously got a few pests. I think when I was shooting the target at 30 yards as well and it was going to the right, there was a pretty strong breeze going from me left to right, so I think that was putting the pellets off. So that's why I haven't messed around with the scope too much, obviously, because it was a bit breezy earlier on when I was trying to set it up. So just going to leave it as it is for now. Seems to be working on the rats and on the squirrel. Like I say, they were straight down, so I'm pretty pleased with that. There has been a few more rats running about in there, but obviously they're not standing still long enough to get a shot at them. They are running about. Then the cows are walking backwards and forwards, so some of the shots weren't safe to take, especially when the cows are over me, because I won't shoot anywhere near the cows. They have to be right out of the way. But yeah, like I say, Zulus V2 HD 3x12 scope on it. Absolutely fantastic bit of kit. And like I say, the magazines on this as well do slot in a lot easier than the last gun. These go in quite a bit easier. I do empty my magazines as well, but when I get home I push them pellets through with a pin to get them out, so that it doesn't keep the spring under tension for long periods of time. I don't know if it'll damage your magazine or not. It probably might not, but just in case. Yeah, and like I say, sounds it. But yeah, this, like I say, Keep Sport's absolutely fantastic. Changed it over straight away with no hassle. So if you want to give Keep Sports a go if you're ever in the area, they're based in Saltburn by the Sea. Absolutely brilliant little gun shop and tackle shop. So if you didn't need outdoor shooting or fishing or whatever, absolutely fantastic shop. But yeah, like I say, really helpful. We're going through quite a few rifles, like obviously with a budget still, and obviously ended up with this one with a high shot count. And like I say, you put it on the tripod, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, tripod I use as well as a Ferry Deer, if anyone's new to the channel and interested in it. Just a cheap budget tripod on Amazon, I got it off. But you can get the Primrose one, which is more expensive. But yeah, this one does me for what I need it for, so not bad. Like I say, I can't afford expensive things like most people in life these days, so I just do go for the budget stuff. It still works and does the stuff. But yeah, trigger seems alright as well. It is a two-stage trigger, like back in and obviously fire. Doesn't seem too stiff. But yeah, absolutely great bit of kit. So I'm going to get going now, because like I say, he's getting busy on the farm. It's just turned the hopper off. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.